Okay, I bought this lot and I had this box in it. I had a bunch of postcards in it. And as I was going through, I found all these World War II, what looks like propaganda postcards. They're Esky cards, which were put out by Esquire. And they all feature some caricatures of, there's the U.S. and this is the December 7th, 1941. And you can see the Axis powers behind there. Also the New Orderlies, which depicts the Axis powers in not very flattering caricatures. The Map Makers. And as well as the Allies here. And you see Churchill, of course Roosevelt with a 6-shooter. You even have Stalin there, and you see how he's holding Mussolini and Hitler there. There's a good one of Mussolini. He's being led around by Goering, followed by, and it's called El Duce. After Hitler attacked Russia in the winter, this one also came out. It's called This Damn Winter is Just Another Intrigue of Roosevelt and the International Bankers. Detour on the Road to Glory. Now, I did a little research on this particular artist. His name is Arthur Szyk. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What he was born in Poland. He was of Jewish descent, and he was an artist who worked primarily as a book illustrator and political artist throughout his career. He considered himself both Polish and Jewish. From what I've read in his biography, he really he worked in France, and he also worked in Poland. And in 1937, he moved to the United Kingdom, and then in 1940 to the United States. And that's where he really became popular, because he really savaged the policies and personalities of the leaders of the Axis powers, as can be seen in these cards here. They're very detailed. He took great attention to the colors and the details in the work. He's increasingly being well known in his country as well as his home country of Poland. But these were put out. They are part of the Esky cards. Now I put these all in little mylar sleeves. They're just a little tiny bend there. But they're all in very good shape. And the colors are just amazing. And the detail. All the medals, the boots and the spurs. This card has just maybe a little mark right there. But the more I read about him, the more interesting this particular artist. He was more of a classical fan. There you can see his signature, as well as so I just thought these were not only historical pieces, but also a little piece of propaganda and during World War II, and the artist who made them was obviously more affected for his home country, and he actually died in the United States. He's interned in the United States, and he's just someone that was very well known during his time, but it doesn't sound like he's as well known today. But his artistry and is just amazing. You can see the buzzards flying overhead as Hitler, who had attacked Germany. or attacked Russia rather, in the winter. These were postcards that apparently he would send to people. I don't know who every single person is, but I'm guessing that's Goebbels and have a John Wayne-esque figure. And you have in the El Duce, you do have a Gearing character there, who's highly decorated. Hitler is no longer in this particular picture. He wasn't very flattering in his characters of the Axis powers, but he got his point across. So always look through postcards and everything else. I did find some others in here. There's some photographs. They're all Esky cards, which some pictures of females, as well as there's another one there with, you can tell it's in World War II. A girl there who has a sweetheart pin, as well as dogs. And other things. So always be careful and make sure you look in all the boxes, because you never know what piece of history, and when you find a piece of history you can find out about the artist, what they did, and it really makes for an interesting story. Yeah, thanks for looking.